This is the assembly of the SunJoe SPX3000. I've unboxed everything and put it in order of how it will be installed. So you have the SunJoe main unit, and then this piece here that takes one screw that's going to go into that piece. This piece, after installation, takes the 4 longer screws. That screw is a shorter screw, so you'll need a Phillips screwdriver. Then the next piece is here. Then this one. And we'll be putting the wand together, and then the hose on, and last this piece in the nozzle. So you'll need a pair of scissors or snippers to cut the zip tie, and we're going to get going. Going to be installing this little trim piece onto the handle. You can see these little pieces here go into those 2 holes there. So we're going to push that in like that, and then take one of the short screws and screw it in. The next piece we're going to install is the handle and soap dispenser, and it just needs to go right into this spot here. So if you lay it down to where you have this piece flat on here, and then you just gotta kind of move it into place, just like that right there. And then this is going to get 4 screws. I'm going to be screwing the handle into these 4 holes with the longer screws. There's 4 long screws. I've got one already in, and so we're going to be doing that now. Make sure you don't over tighten these because it's in plastic, so just get them snug. All right, let's hook this hose here onto this little nozzle. So we're just going to push that right on there, and that's that. The next thing to install is this piece here, and it's just going to slide from the opened end right onto right here. As the bottom part of the wand holder, we installed the top. You can see how the wand's going to fit in there. And this piece does take one of the shorter screws, and it looks like this. You can see the little tab here is just going to go into this little hole right here, and you just have to kind of work it in there. There we go, and it's just going to screw in right here. Next, we're going to install the wand metal piece onto the gun here. So we need to take the cap off. You can see the threaded piece just threads onto this handle here. So we'll get it started, making sure not to cross thread so it goes on nice and easy, and then tighten it up with the handle here. We're going to install the hose onto the handle, and so we need to cut the zip tie, and then this just hand screws in. So you can see you want to make sure that the O-ring gets in there nicely. Kind of push the hose in a little bit first, make sure it's seated, and then screw on the handle. Okay. We're going to install this piece, that's the hose receiver, onto the unit right here. So we have to take off the plastic cap. Again, this is plastic, so we really want to be careful not to cross thread. Just make sure it's going on nice and easy. And that's just going to be finger tight. So the handle just goes right in here on the top piece and sits down in the bottom here. What we're going to be doing now is installing the hose end piece, which the hose hooks on here. On the end, this end hooks on here, so we have to pull off the cap again. And just make sure we're well seated in there on that O-ring again. And then just tighten it by hand. So the last couple of items is to install the cord into this little slot here. And then to install the nozzles into these nozzle storage area here. So we'll go ahead and get that done now. We'll do it by the finest to the widest. And then the last one we'll put on is actually for when you use soap. And everything's completed.